Hello. This is a match for Dualset 2021 between hsypsx and HaloAndy007. I'm joined by KHZ for commentary.
Hey, what is up? So yeah, we have a dual set match. It looks like hsypsx, don't know how to pronounce their name. I'm gonna say a lot of things over the course of the set. They picked Ren. So we'll be seeing Renaissance, obviously a lot of people's favorite set, the most powerful set in the game, a lot of really fun cards. Ooh, Renaissance Guilds. Two sets with coffers in them.
Yes.
And I think Empires has coffers too, right?
I don't.
No, Empires is dead.
Yeah, Empires is dead.
Okay, so yeah, we got coffers. But there's only one coffers card. No, there's two. Okay, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're surprised by that, DZ. Renaissance is really popular set with low level and high level players. I mean, you have people like Freaky who don't like Renaissance. They think the game got too fast and broken, which is a fine opinion to have. But I think most people really like Renaissance. Anyway, so we have Cathedral. It looks like this is an auto turn 1 Cathedral. There's no hand size attack other than Villain, which is not a real attack. And the trashing otherwise is Doctor, which is obviously pretty unreliable. So I think this is a very clear turn 1 Cathedral.
Yeah, I agree with that. Got some good gains with Sculptor, Experiments, or come in multiples. Duck it for buy. So plenty of support.
You can sculpt ducats, which lets you both trash a copper and get plus buy that turn. That's pretty neat. Though trying to get a villager. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
pretty
Cargo
neat
opener.
interaction.
I think I open Cargo Experiment. I mean, sorry, it's Cathedral. So Cathedral Cargo seems good.
Yeah, especially if you can get that cargo ship turn 3, but neither of them have, so not a lot of strong.
If you saw that cargo ship turn 3, ideally you're getting an old witch, and then you can slam a witch in their face, turn 4.
Yeah.
Can be a really big effect.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, I saw actually recently in Rust 2 was saying that they were banned Villain and Ducat and Cargo Ship because it wasn't strong, they weren't very good FPA cards, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, and all three of them are here.
Yep. Everyone's here at the party.
Yeah. I'd kind of wish that there was Merchant Guild instead of Doctor, but it is what it is. Merchant Guild is a great card.
I really like Merchant Guild. I feel like it's one of those cards that is actually subtly like Bridge, and that if you can get 7 of them in play, you kind of just win the game. But it's very much not Bridge, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much fun to make work, and when you just are like, oh yeah, this turn I'm gonna buy, some stuff and get 80 coffers, and then next turn I'm gonna buy 7 provinces. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I love those. But at least it's much harder to set up though, just because you have to be buying more cards, so it's a bit hard to get coffers early on, and you gotta just balance it.
Another reason why Sculptor is awesome card here is you can sculpt lackeys, which come with villagers, so Sculptors are basically labs, and you don't have to worry about your deck getting clogged up by lackeys because you have Cathedral.
Right, interesting. Yeah, a lot of little interactions that I didn't quite notice at the beginning.
So they both elected to get Sculptor before Old Witch, and even though I was I'm a very I'll click on the Old Witch, she's the best attack kind of player. So that wasn't my intuition, but having seen the board and looked at it a little bit, I think I agree with getting Sculptor before Old Witch.
Yeah, because especially with Cathedral, the junking will hurt a little bit, but given that if you have here you just, even if you have a curse in hand, you're probably just going to want to use that for Cathedral rather than trashing. But at worst with Old Witches, someone will end up with one curse. I calling that right now, just because the like Cathedral is just so good at getting rid of junk. So I mean, it is a good draw card. So I think yeah, with Sculptor to get the lackeys beforehand for the villagers, or the ducats for villagers. Um, I don't know how important trashing every copper immediately is because of
I don't think
Cathedral.
it's important at all giving Cathedral. I think the big thing about Ducket is that you're getting that sweet +5, which you need on this board.
Yeah,
Uh,
plus
the
by
trash and copper is pretty mad on the board where copper trashing is easy.
yeah, yeah, but plus by and also the villager if you get it from Sculptor.
Yeah, you get the villager too. So getting, when it's +5 and a villager, and you get the coffer and the +5 that turn, and you get to trash a copper, that's a sweet deal.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's pretty amazing. Do you think yeah, I because I don't know how big you kind of want to build because there is a lot of draw and ability to support that.
I am planning on building big here. There's plenty of gains, there's plenty of draw. Unfortunately, there isn't any better payload than money, but Sculptor can generate lots and lots of silver. Um, I don't see any reason to start greening early. Cathedral in particular also does not handle greening early very well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are
So I'm
painful.
building very big here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And also, I'm not worried about the game going long, having to trash like good cards. Because once I run out of coppers, I have like 5 lackeys to trash.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm gonna have like extra silvers from Sculptor to trash. Like, I'm fine with the game going long.
Yeah. Although I just like I think it might not end up going that long. Just because of
Yeah, it's gonna
like
end
you
up
want a lot of
fast,
ducats, a lot of lackeys.
There are
Maybe not a lot of ducats. Like probably 2 or 3 is good.
yeah, you don't need a crazy amount of plus, but like, you're not buying more than 2 or 3 provinces with a deck that just uses silver and gold as payload.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's just not happening. So you don't really need more than 3 buys.
Yeah. But I'd want to have 2 or 3 old witches and 2 or 3 sculptors.
Agreed. Some plazas as well.
Yeah.
It's
And
hard
then
to justify ever taking an acting troop while you still have lackeys on the board.
right, yeah. Yeah, I think here just with how easy like the lackeys, the ducats, plaza, I think I don't think they're gonna need to be gained at all. But I mean, you, it might be a little bit because old witch is well actually I don't even know if old witch would be better than experiment in the long run. Just as long as you can get back as many experiments. Although that might be just a waste of sculptor plays and or buys.
Sculpting experiments, that's definitely an idea, but I think Old Witch is going to reward you with more draw in the long run. Because you'd like to be sculpting other stuff. You want to be sculpting some plazas so that your draw is reliable and you don't burn through all your villagers. And sculpting experiments seems fine, but you can also sculpt lackeys. You have villages and villagers here, like for days.
Yeah.
So I think I want to just use Old Witch to draw like a lot of Old Witches.
Yeah.
Just pretend it's Smithy.
That's
Forget about
fair.
the curse thing.
Yeah. No, it was just the like I think I'm probably a bit conservative when it comes to like draw and like action management. So I would a little leery of like even just using villagers as easy as they are to get. So um, to
Yeah.
something I definitely need to get better
When I first started
at.
playing with expansions, I hoarded my villagers like crazy. And then I think I was watching like Kaplan, someone who was good, play, and I noticed they always spent almost all their villagers. They would stop at one villager a lot. They just burn through their villagers, and I realized like you can't take them with you.
Yeah.
You don't get points for them at the end of the game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No point to those. The coffers, debt. So just do whatever, I guess. Because yeah. I guess you could consider it as however many villagers, coffers you have left at the end of the game is some amount of underplaying.
Yeah, they're wasted, right? Now sometimes that's inevitable. I mean, when you play like Hunting Party Patron, like good luck spending all those coffers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can totally view them as being underplayed. Something else to think about is that like one of the main themes of Renaissance, the set, is things that do short-term effects. Like Old Witch is a really fast attacker. It's a cursor that's +3 cards. That's crazy, right? Well,
Yeah.
It's +2 cards. It says
Right,
3
yeah.
cards. Right? It's a smithy cursor. That's nuts. But it has this effect where in the long term, once your deck's full of curses, it starts cleaning itself up. But in the short term, it's crazy. Likewise, Lackeys is a moat that doesn't even block attacks. But in the short term, it gives you these villagers which are insanely good. Experiment, like gives you 2 labs, 2 horses. That's great. You don't do anything for your deck after they're gone. But like Renaissance pushes all these like extremely like just get some advantage as soon as possible. Which I think is a really fun way to play it. I think that's why a lot of people really like Renaissance as a set. And then there's Flag.
Yeah, I'm not the most fond of Flag Bearer.
Not one of my favorite cards. This is not Inspire Joy.
But yeah, no, this is I didn't think of it that way, like how powerful Renaissance could be, especially when like most of the cards are Renaissance. Because I have to say, like, it seems to be a pattern in these games that you end up with like most of one. Because like here the only guilds are Plaza and Doctor, and it's just really like I don't know. Like it's a bit weird, like how it goes.
Renaissance encourages like pile driving.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was also just kind of like commenting on the nature of like forcing certain kinds of sets. So like for this tournament, like a lot of the games that I've seen were like 1 card or 2 cards from one set, and then everything else is from the other set. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the nature of a dual set game being constructed with a randomizer. Is that right? Like, you totally do flip heads 3 times in a row, like all the time.
Yeah.
Because it is 50-50 doesn't mean that like a specific game is going to be 5-5. Like more
Right.
often than not, it's not going to be 5-5.
Yeah.
All right. So hsypsx has deck control. They're drawing their whole deck, so probably time to add a little more payload, and then probably start looking at the green button. Piles are starting to get a little low. Curses are almost out. Pauses are almost out. Lackeys are at 6, which isn't low for lackeys, but they can disappear very quickly.
Yeah.
There are 2 cards. They can be sculpted. They're easy to get with ducats. By the way, these are 4-game sets?
Yes.
Okay.
Might actually be 3. I'm not sure about it. It seems like I thought it was 4 originally. I don't know if it's.
Just gotta check the results. Give me a second. I'll find out.
All right.
See, yeah, they're 4-game sets.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Which
Yeah.
has become like, oh, DZ, I've been so busy with work. I told Munster and Assemble Me that they could remove me from the TOs because I do not have enough time right now. Like, I just happened to get off work earlier today and was was like, oh, I want to do some commentating, but I'm been too busy to. I didn't help TO this tournament at all. I'm technically a TO, but I did literally nothing. I told them they could remove me. I'm just here to make sure everyone plays their matches on time.
Nice.
That's what I'm here for. Okay, so we see a resign, makes sense. hsypsx had a really dominant position, better deck, was going to be able to close out, almost certainly. Andy picks Adventures. Adventures promo. Okay, that's a really fun combination, I think.
Yeah, lots of crazy powerful cards that you could get. But it looks like this will probably be a black market game because actions.
It's definitely a black market game. You have Rich Roll, which is the best Halo in the game, but no villages.
Yeah.
So if you find like Recruiter in the black market, you win the game.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, draw's a little awkward as well, because you just have to like, if you don't.
It's just not there.
And that's true. Yeah.
Black market
yeah. I guess Church, maybe Church like. Okay. All right. I don't know.
Right, because any plus card it gives you one hand, it's minus card the other way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, at least like if there's somehow no draw in the black market, then to at least get that.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that no one finds draw, I guess you play like Wine Merchant. No, Wine Merchant doesn't even like Wine Merchant. You can't carriage a Wine Merchant though because it's not still in play.
Yeah.
You buy some black markets, you hope you find payload, and you royal carriage it, I guess. You can't, like, find anything. I don't know. I know I'm digging in the black market this game, and I have no idea what my deck is going to look like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Wine Merchant Money, as soon as I said it out loud, I realized that's not even a thing. I guess if you're playing money without black market, you open Dismantle, and then you play, like, Rich Troll Money.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yeah.
But I think here you just fish in the black market for everything you need. And this is going to be a very market-heavy game, which might sound random, but according to our stats, tell us the better player usually wins the markets.
Yeah. Wait, so there are only 20-something cards in the black market deck? It's only from adventures and promos?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that's how the black market worked too.
Yeah, so in fact, you can make a black market deck of 0 cards by if you do base only and promos, ban everything in promos except for black market, and I forgot how you did the rest of it. There's some setup where you can have a black market with 0 cards or like 3 cards in it.
Wow.
Yeah, so promos is an interesting one because black market will only contain promos and the other set cards.
Okay. Huh. So then, is that just like the rest of the cards then from each of the expansions? Or each of the expansions?
So, but I don't actually know how it works, so I'm not going to say yes. But I think so.
Okay.
So given that there is no finding recruiter in the black market.
Yeah.
There is finding like captain in the black market, for instance, but captain's not amazing here. You could get a bridge troll and play, and then captain's wine merchant is good, I guess. But yeah, that's actually a pretty big, like, might be a pretty big nerf to black market in these boards. There's so much of a smaller pool of cards to choose from.
Yeah. And can you get travelers in the black market?
You can't get any cards that require setup.
Huh. Interesting. So I guess castles don't require setup then? Because like I've seen random like individual castles or individual knights.
Individual castles because castles don't require setup. Right? They don't bring another pile in with them.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
They are just a pile of cards, which is fine.
All right.
Likewise, you can get knights in the black market, which is often one of the strongest black market picks you can get.
Yeah.
But you can't get like druid in the black market because druid requires setup.
Okay. Huh.
And likewise, you can only get cards that use boons if boons were already on the table.
Okay.
DZ, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that's how it works.
Yeah, because was reading a bit about it and saw that like they don't have any like potion cost cards unless you already have a potion cost card on the table.
Yep.
But I didn't realize it was to what extent Black Market did that.
Yeah. So Black Market's a very interesting card because it's a promo. I don't know if it's exactly because it's a promo, but it's one of the few cards where the implementation is really left up to the people. Like, so different sites have had very different implementations of Black Market. Isotropic, I think, I could be totally wrong because I didn't plan any of these, but one of the older sites had a much smaller Black Market, and you got to see all of the cards in it when the game started. So you knew exactly what was in the Black Market.
Interesting.
According to Donald X, I believe there's significant latitude in how you want to implement Black Market. So Steph did it the way Steph likes, and it's Steph's favorite card, and I think it's a pretty good implementation.
Yeah, no, I don't have any complaints with this website really. Like Steph did an amazing job.
You do stuff like just like get the cycle out of the Black Market.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I was kind of wondering. Like, could you just randomly find like a soldier or like I don't think you would.
It requires setup.
Yeah. That would be so broken if you could just like find a champion in there or disciple.
Yeah, find Wish. There's also you can find mercenary. Like, there's all sorts of ridiculous stuff if you start having cards that require setup or not supply cards.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, that makes it quite interesting because there are 2 villages, I think. Off the top of my head, Port and Walled Village are the only 2 I can think of in this set. So. Oh, and we've already gone through the whole Black Market deck, so.
Yeah.
So I think Port is the only one. Two villages.
Oh, like Captain is a village.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is definitely an interesting one.
No. We can just find cantrips where Carriage is a village.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's definitely slim pickings. You don't get anywhere as good a Black Market as you usually do. Very interesting format. Black Market, definitely a weaker card, especially when it's not paired with a particularly big set. Right, because promos is guaranteed to be a small set.
Right, yeah. Because that's like, what, 8, aside from the events?
I have no idea. I want to say it's like 10, but something like that.
Oh boy. Yeah, Alchemy promos, man.
Yeah, Alchemy promos are like 6 cards. I think that's actually from Dualset last time, Alchemy promos match is why we started investigating the Black Market. Because we had a Black Market game in Alchemy promos that had like a 6-card Black Market.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, was banned, and like something else, like some other cards from promos and Alchemy were banned, so the Black Market was like 4 cards. It was great.
Wow. Yeah, so I guess.
So
yeah.
This found some great cards: Governor, Lost City, Artificer. Right, these are all those kind of engine cards you need if we're gonna build a bridge troll engine.
Right. Yeah.
On the other hand, Andy's got some good stuff too. He's got the Captain's a village, and Royal Carriaging. It's great, especially if you can start to do some things with it. If you can get a bridge troll in play, and then it can play Wine Merchant.
Yes. Yeah, and Haunted Woods too is
Yeah, I mean, luckily there's no Nocturne, so it
yeah.
doesn't shut down any night cards.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's hard to think like how you want to like try to top deck stuff too, strategically to use the Haunted Woods to your advantage. Because if
Yeah,
there
and
were something like Crossroads, well,
it's duration draw, right? Duration draw is so strong because the hardest part of your turn is the start of it, where you're trying to kick off. So anything that makes the start of your turn easier and gives you access to more cards at the start of your turn, it's going to be really strong. So duration draw in general is strong. Haunted Woods would be good probably without the attack, but the attack just makes it chef's kiss.
yeah. But yeah, no. So between Haunted Woods and Swamp Hag, oh boy.
I'm not sure I love Swamp Hag here. There's alms.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah.
seem like a big deal. I don't think I'm into it. Seems like a waste of terminal space. If the goal is to get a bunch of bridge trolls in play and win, I don't really care how many curses I take.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That does get in the way at least of draw though. So just want to be careful of that. So it could really mess with buying bridge trolls. But yeah, I guess you just
I mean, I think just like the effect of a bridge troll, like the -1 coin token, is probably like a stronger screws them up from hitting money than a curse or two does. Especially because there's plan, no few trash curses.
right. Yeah.
Let's see, did they find any trashing in the black market though? That's a good question. Um, I mean, there is Raise just sitting there.
Yeah.
How is Captain Raise? Sometimes you're going to Captain as Raise anywhere. Like right there, they did Captain as Guide because, like, draws a card and it puts your Captain into play for next turn and stuff without using an action. Well, you can also start the Captain as Raise once you have some curses.
Yeah. No, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, hsypsx is looking to be in a pretty good situation just because a lot more terminal space. Um, yeah, did just lose the governor, but I mean, a single governor on its own isn't quite as good as governor stacks.
Um, yes, but I do think that Governor is a pretty great black market pull here, just because it's non-terminal draw and it's better than a lab. Like obviously, if you are using a bunch of governors as your draw, you're generally doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But just using one as draw, like just giving your opponent one card is really not that big a deal.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
I
a
guess that's
super
fair.
lab, it's great. Especially when your goal is to put a bunch of bridge trolls in play.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess you do your duration balance of Haunted Woods one turn and then Swamp Hag the next.
Yeah, Cave has a funny comment there about like you do generally there are like a lot of duration attacks that you want two of. Like you generally want to keep them under constant Swamp Hag attack if that's what you're going with. Enchantress is another one I can think of where you like usually want to have them balanced. Haunted Woods as well.
Yeah, this is just a bit awkward.
Yeah, I mean hsypsx is pulling some great stuff. I mean Storyteller's huge here, but I mean let's not undersell how big Haunted Woods is. It stops black market gain and play in its tracks.
Yeah. And you gotta be very careful about when you play your black market, so you don't set yourself up a really bad next hand.
Yeah. Or just have to stop your turn.
Right, yeah. But yeah, even if you're not like buying stuff from the black market, then it's still a pretty good payload card. And I think at this point, probably most of the stuff that either of them would want has already been taken. Because hsypsx has all their villages. Halo's got his draw and sifting, and a village. Yeah, I think at this point, for hsypsx, they just want more bridge trolls. More bridge trolls and more way to get through.
So, if I was a really good player right now, I would know exactly how many terminals each one of them is able to support. And speaking of port,
Yeah. Yeah, and the royal carriage captain. That's another thing that is like another layer on top of that, just because terminal usage. Ah, yeah, and the coin being down is helpful as well. Forgot about the black market coin of the realm interaction there. Yeah, royal carriage with bridge troll is sad.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, and they've noticed that too.
Welcome to Magic, that is Dualset. I'm trying to think what other cards get like really changed by this format. I think Alchemy as a set gets more interesting because you have multiple potion cards usually.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of people's complaints, is that when there's only one potion card on the board, it feels like weird to have to get a potion just for, one card.
Yeah.
So yeah, market's definitely different. I don't think there's anything else that's like really different in this format.
But yeah, even if you do have like alchemy heavy games, like is if there are scrying pool and familiar, those are going to be like the two that you want pretty much every time. And like I've recently somehow had a game where I had scrying pool and alchemist, and I mean it's just kind of sad because why would you want alchemist over scrying pool, like ever?
Well, your first scrying pool does less than your first alchemist.
Yeah, that is true. But for the long game, it's definitely like you definitely want scrying pools. And I mean, I
Yeah.
guess like an alchemist or two, if you
A
can.
stack of scrying pools can draw more cards than a stack of alchemists. This is true.
Yeah,
But you do have to weigh, in true Renaissance fashion, what's doing the most for your deck in the short term.
right. Yeah,
And, the Alchemist, if you do hit 3 potion, you have both of those in your first buy of the game, let's say, it's turn 3. I think Alchemist is the better choice.
yeah, yeah. And then yeah, if you especially if you can get like scrying pools or alchemists another way than buying them, like with stonemason overpay or pilgrimage or something like that, um, then like yeah, like I definitely wouldn't say no to having both of them, but yeah, yeah, and that's a good point to make too. That like I like another thing I need to get better with is like immediately what's better. Like I would just usually go like scrying pool automatically. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think this is part of the sort of most modern school of gameplay. It's something Freaky has talked about a lot, is doing what is in the best interest of your deck in the short term. Like, worry about your next shuffle. So don't worry about the end of the game where you're gonna put your teacher tokens. Worry about what does the most for your deck next shuffle.
yeah, interesting. And but yeah, Freaky's just also a really good player too, so that certainly helps.
He's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
So the bridge troll situation. Is it 3-3 now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least I think it is. Possibly the only is.
Hmm. Yeah. Because then the royal carriages on bridge trolls would be better just because.
Royal Carrot doesn't work on Bridge Troll. All it does is give you an extra buy because Bridge Troll is well in play.
Yeah, yeah. But I just mean in terms of like if you can get like 3 or 4 bridge trolls down, we're getting to the point where piles are low, so extra buys can do quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought of using Royal Carriage on Bridge Troll just for the extra buys. I suppose also once you have Bridge Trolls down, you can play Captain's Wine Merchant and then Royal Carriage that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a really good way to get a lot of money
Yep.
and buys. So, yeah,
Yep.
because I was thinking like if you have like if so like say you have like four bridge trolls down, then the most expensive action card is one, and then you can have if you can play like 2 rail carriages on that, that's 7 buys plus well no alms is a buy, but the more buys you can get, like you can be threatening churches, bridge troll royal carriage. Raise is even a possibility, although I think it's probably too many of them. That the buys just aren't enough buys.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, so we're churching a bridge troll here, I guess. Yeah.
These play areas are so funny.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously Royal Carriage on Lost City is pretty good.
Yeah.
Straw and village. That'll do a lot for you.
So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, Hsypsx did successfully build the black market deck here. I mean, look, they're generating 9 actions and drawing their deck. So
Yeah.
I think if we buy 3 bridge trolls here and then a little bit of green, just to make sure they don't get piled out on some royal carriages, I think they just win next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
And you have gear and church here to even set some stuff aside to really set up for next turn. And like I said, like, who cares about that swamp hag? It gave out, what, 2 curses this game or something?
Yeah.
Actually, it might give out a bunch of curses here.
Yeah.
You're about to read rituals and stuff. So sometimes that actually, like, hurts the swamp hag player and it gives the other person a pile out, but they just buy a bunch of good stuff and then, like, it lowers the curse pile.
Oh yeah.
Way around that here. Because I want to buy, like, 6 things right now, and that's going to put things pretty low. On the other hand, I don't think Andy can put enough stuff into play to really deal with that and, like, empty piles and also get points.
Yeah.
But I still think hsypsx probably needs to take a green card or 2 here.
Yeah. They're probably.
Maybe just take 3 bridge trolls and a carriage and be done.
I think that might risk a pile out though. I don't know because Andy doesn't have enough bridge trolls in
3
play.
bridge trolls and a carriage, right? So bridge trolls are gone. That's 4 curses are gone. So you have 5 curses, 3 carriages, and what's their third pile?
Well, the bridge trolls.
The bridge trolls are gone. So you need 8 gains. That seems hard for Andy's deck to do.
Yeah, hard, but I think doable. And maybe the money might be an issue more of the buys unless more bridge trolls can be put in play. But
I think the only way Andy's deck does it is if they get a big stack of royal carriages on a captain playing wine merchants. And I just don't think they have enough carriages to make that work.
yeah, at the moment, let's see, they've got 1 royal carriage down, so, and they may need to use that for the dungeon. So, or well, no, they can't use it on the dungeon, but some, yeah, they've got a few villages, but it could be. They may need to be. He might need to be using his carriages for villages, because the coin's not down either. So that could be problematic.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Alright, so they do pretty much what I said.
Yeah.
Except they elect to have 1 more bridge troll. So I'm guessing they counted everything out with gains and they're safe that getting 6, I think it'll be 6 rather than 7 bridge trolls in play next turn is enough to win.
if you get 6 bridge trolls in play,
Then you just empty bridge trolls carriages and take a couple green cards.
oh yeah, yeah. So not winning next turn, but likely the turn after. Although, yeah, kind of depends. Because the Swamp Hag won't be out next turn, so you don't get that benefit from the curses.
Yeah, the curse boon. But the thing about getting a bunch of bridge trolls in play is they're in play for the next turn too.
Right, yeah. Although the transmog is a gain as well. Maybe this is possible?
Never say never.
Yeah. Two more bridge trolls, so.
So they have 2 bridge trolls left to play. They could royal carriage the bridge trolls for extra buys. So they have 2 carriage attempts, so they could potentially have 6 buys. That's not enough to pile.
Yeah.
But they can take some green cards here and make it so that hsypsx has to get a bigger mega turn to win.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be at least able to double province.
Yes.
Which is good.
Well, you got to hear my dogs bark for a sec, so hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's all Sean's fault. Yes, yeah, they do indeed take the 2 provinces. I don't know, do you just take a duchy here or something? Carriage? Lowering more? Seems dangerous, but maybe you have to? I don't know. I'm not sure what you do here, Zandy.
Yeah.
Let's see how big hsypsx's turn here is.
Because yeah, to pile, they hsypsx does also have to get a bunch of curses, or well, black markets are also free, and that's the same. So yeah, but a lot of buys have to be spent at the moment.
Well, they have 7 bridge trolls, I think, maybe 6 or 7 bridge trolls, carriages, a ranger. They have plus black.
Yeah, yeah.
They can't buy anything from black market here because they're under haunted woods. So black markets are. I'm not entirely sure what they're for. Maybe just to get some money for storyteller.
Uh-oh.
On the black market is a mix of adventures and promos. But you'll note that, like, see if anything from promos is banned.
Doesn't look like it.
No, nothing from promos. So you probably have all the promos in there. But, yeah. It's a very small black market because it's just adventures and alchemist. Wow, alchemy. Not alchemy. It's just adventures and promos. Okay, so they can get all 6 of their bridge trolls in play here.
And then that'll put provinces to 2. $11 buys. Yeah, this wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bridge Troll's the best payload card in the game. You get 6 or 7 of them in play and you win.
Yeah.
No, I mean, same thing with Bridge. So maybe Bridge is the best, but Bridge Troll does, it's duration. It makes it so much easier to get a bunch of them in play. I mean, it's Bridge Troll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Menage Dark Ages. That's a spicy mix. I like that. I think it's going to be a fun board.
Yes. Especially if there is procession.
Yeah.
Oh, if there's procession, that's gonna backfire so hard.
Let's see. We don't have procession. We have Mastermind, which is like a very fun card. We have Gamble, which is generally pretty fun. Haunting Grounds and Wayfarer for draw. It looks like Mastermind's the only village. Yes, Poorhouse is a card. I'm not sure why we would want it, but it is a card. Maybe it has some gamble shenanigans or something. But Mastermind's the only village. Count is the only trashing.
Interesting.
Yeah, Sean's on another level, dude. He's just jumping up through the leagues. He's in like A-League now. He's talking about Mastermind Poorhouse. Like,
oh yeah.
These are tactics where our feeble brains just can't understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was watching Halo Andy play actually a gamble, a really interesting gamble game just yesterday. There was distant lands and rats with butterfly, so a lot of shenanigans for getting distant lands and getting them in play. So poorhouses were actually really like the majority of the payload there. Which was really helpful for just like gambling through the deck. So yeah, gamble Poorhouse could potentially see some action.
It's definitely a possible thing, but I don't see the support you need for it on this board here. Mostly because there's like no trashing.
Yeah. Count being the only trashing is makes things awkward. Would you want to get a count anyway, though?
I'm thinking about it, so it can't even activate Market Square.
Right, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, I guess I would make it a lot harder for getting golds into the deck for gamble. I don't know, maybe
Plus stuff you can do with Market Square and gamble, like your gold gamers in general gamble. But I don't think that's happening here.
Yeah. Maybe Marauder will see some play? I don't know.
I mean, Marauder has one thing it shines on, which is no trashing boards.
Yeah. Gambling Marauder seems like it would be good. I mean, it's no Courtier Marauder gamble board, that's for sure.
Yeah. I can see a space for Marauder here, but I think I'd rather try to attack them with Mastermind Coven kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that would hurt a lot.
The engine is very awkward here, but I still think it's correct. I'll be right back.
All right. I can get behind not using gamble in this. Um, yeah, I don't know if there could be some money for gamble, gain, and play tricks. Um, like get a mastermind and gamble that into play.
I have returned.
All right.
Okay, so we do see the poorhouse. Okay, so Sean wants to do count, gamble, get thin really quick, play with gamble here. I'd love that to be correct. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah, gamble is a cool event that I feel like I don't know how to use properly.
Yeah, I'm terrible with it.
Hmm. Yeah, poorhouse is. Yeah, I think in hsypsx's deck, poorhouse is. I guess it would work. It'll be a little more difficult just given the number of treasures they have.
Yeah, I think I really underestimated gamble this game, but it looks like they're going to be able to do some cool gamble stuff, so I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
And count actually does go great with gamble because you can top deck a card.
Yeah. Yeah. Set up your next turn, gamble, or well, set up your next turn. Duh. Gamble right into that card that you just put down. So yeah, like get around poorhouse restrictions with the treasures. Yeah. So I think I do kind of want to Coven here. Maybe.
Yeah, Calvin's gamble just fine. They're monuments, basically. Mastermind's marked square. The straw, baby. Yeah, I'm not sure what the point of that little gamble sequence there was.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess wanted more poorhouses. Because yeah, I guess if you can just gamble your way into. Yeah, it should be pretty. You should be making money really quickly with being able to get poorhouses out. A little unfortunate if you're going to end up with drawing them, but you gotta kind of have market squares for your buy.
Alright, so let's see what hsypsx can do here.
I feel like at the moment, you don't want to play the poorhouse. Use the count to discard the 2 masterminds, and then just gamble those both into play, um, and then buy another mastermind. Oh yeah, or do that and get all of those into play.
Yeah, this looks pretty solid to me. Does Alliance gamble a thing at all? Let's see, how much money does Alliance make? Gives you 6 money and 3 green cards. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Pay for itself.
Yeah, Alliance Gamble seems hard there. I think yeah, poor houses are good with Gamble. Covens would be nice. Just anything that can make at least 2. Because I think even like with yeah, because with the money that you get from Alliance, it's I guess gamble neutral because it's gold, silver, copper.
Mm-hmm.
And here I think I want one more mastermind to just get a bit more balance. But Coven or Mystic, well not Mystic, Coven could work.
Oh, look at those poor houses.
Yes, lots of money.
This is what peak Dominion looks like. Yeah, we have a poorhouse sort of autopilot. It doesn't generate buys, but
Well, this is a bit of an awkward hand here.
Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has 2 masterminds coming in and not gonna really use them on. I guess you mastermind a mastermind?
Yeah, might as well.
I don't know, maybe there's some gamble stuff you can do here. I don't understand gamble well enough.
Yeah. There's just a lot of poor houses in the deck, and the market squares are in the wrong place. But then even when you gamble through your deck, you're only going to end up with playing 2 market squares, so not too much you can do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sean has the right idea. You just make a ton of money and then start gambling.
Yeah.
Which is like a degenerate way to look at life.
Yeah, I guess you could gain and play market squares. But yeah, I think would have been good to get a bit more buy earlier. But I don't know. There's a lot of weird tricks to do with gamble. So yeah, that coaching session was fun.
Gamble is a fun card.
Yeah. Yeah, there was we did a board with Gamble Soothsayer, so that was quite a board. It had Camel Train on it too. So the gold's piled. All right, rain. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully this is all right. This is going to be just very very loud.
Yeah, I'm not sure why hsypsx is top decking these coppers. I'm a little confused with what they're doing.
Yeah, I think Poorhouse Mastermind.
You could discard all the coppers and silvers and mastermind a poorhouse, and then redraw.
Wait, how do you redraw them all?
Wait there.
But isn't there just the one play?
Oh, right, you're on a mastermind. Yeah, okay, so you don't redraw everything, but you can gamble for the rest of it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's just a little bit of copper and silver, so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was thinking like top deck the Poorhouse and Mastermind and gamble into those. Because you can just put all the treasures into play and then.
Yeah, and then gamble the poorhouse. That seems solid. I like that idea.
Yeah, here is just missing out on 4 coins. Or well, 2. But still.
Do we buy a count, top deck the poorhouse, and then gamble it? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, it does, John. Why is it never mind?
Oh, nice. This is an awesome hand for hsypsx. But yeah, alright, let's see. Oh no. That's really sad there.
What happened?
The playing the market square drew the other market square.
Oh, so they didn't get the plus buy?
Yeah. Well, they
Let's see. Okay, they can autopile market squares right now, and then they don't have enough buys to finish though.
yeah.
That is true, Jackal. They do not have enough money. It's 5 per market square.
Right, yeah. So then what do you do here? Probably want to gamble another mastermind into play. Although I don't know if that's lowering piles too dangerously. But yeah, I think whoever can mastermind a market square next is going to just win. All right. Ooh, and a market square in the opening hand. That's really nice. So there's a pretty high likelihood of there being a market square in the next hand. Okay. But yeah, I don't think that should matter. It should be.
Yeah, I think this is a done deal. So is this game 3?
This is game 3, yes. hsypsx is up 2-0.
Yep.
And Sean, Halo should definitely not resign with this. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Halo's the capital H here. Alright. That was a cool board.
Yeah, that was really cool. I definitely did not see the potential gamble at the start of the game. I'm really happy I'm commentating and not playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, I feel like on the other 2 boards, I would have done fine. I wouldn't have embarrassed myself. On that board, I think I would have just tripped over my face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, commentating is fun as well. Yeah, I would have probably underplayed all of these boards so badly.
Well, we're here not just to watch and commentate, but to learn.
Absolutely, yeah. I learned a lot with the with that black market board. That's for sure.
Sean's here to heckle.
Dang it, the A leaguer in here, and they're here to heckle. Come on.
Okay, we got Empires. Let's see what the other set is.
Seaside, maybe?
Peace.
Prosperity. Interesting.
Prosperity, one of my favorite expansions. A lot of duds, but also some really fun cards.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not good.
So Dominate is a big incentive to build. That this board doesn't already push you towards building, but it's definitely going to be how we're scoring here.
Yeah.
So we have Grand Market. Grand Market's a great card. We have Encampment. That's a great card. Forge is our trashing, which is a little awkward. Also, Bishop is also kind of trashing, awkward. Windfall's great because you're gonna be able to get deck control. City Quarter gives you just so much deck control. Um, I don't know how much gold I actually want, but it's still gonna be easy to hit.
Yeah.
Uh, Talisman seems better than usual because Workers Village and Encampment are both cheap.
Hmm. Yeah, and we want a lot of both of those.
I think I opened silver on this. No, because I can't hit Grand Market. I don't even Silver Gladiator, Silver Encampment. Sean, I actually played a City Quarter Windfall game recently, and I got so distracted by how much fun it was adding more City Quarters and Windfalls to my deck every turn that I forgot to score. Just got beat by someone buying like one process at a time.
Nice.
So it doesn't interact well with Windfall, but if you're stuffing your deck with lots of other stuff, including City Quarters, you can totally play a City Quarter Windfall thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have Bishop. I want Forge and Grand Market as fast as possible, and I don't know how to get them.
Yeah. And I feel like
so encampments with a talisman is a pretty nice deal. You're super experiment, Sean.
yeah, Grant
This
Martin.
is a full year for Andy.
Yeah. So that's nice. I think the gold too. I think I'd want one gold, and maybe even one windfall. But otherwise, I think City Quarter, Grand Market, Farmers Market, Gladiator should all be fine for payload.
Yep. Want a good amount of workers villages too, because I don't want to have to. I'm in encampments, of course.
Yeah.
Encampment worker villages. I don't want to have to rely on City Quarter for my village.
Yeah.
Until later on when I have 10 of them or whatever.
Yes.
Second forge is interesting. I think I stick to a single forge. And, I don't know.
Wait, second forge?
Sean is suggesting getting a second forge here.
Hmm. Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Because he's hitting this big number again, but he does not hit Grand Market.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did he get a second forge?
No, just the one.
Andy had $7 and bought a gold. Okay.
This is an interesting draw. Oh, and there's fortune too. So that's yeah. I didn't think about that. So yeah. No, just having a yeah, you can Do you think building to double dominate is feasible?
Yeah, definitely. You're building to a very large amount. You're gonna have a stack of Grand Markets, and that's gonna get doubled by fortune.
Right.
I do agree with P-Sly though that I think fortune was a little too early. I don't think you really want it until you have deck control.
Yeah. Yeah, Halo's seems to be going a bit more money-ish actually. I don't know if it's just at the moment, but certainly doesn't seem to be jamming his deck with actions, which City Quarters like. I don't know. Maybe it's early early treasures to try to hit a few grand markets. Get kind of reliable there. I don't know. Yeah, hsypsx does seem ahead.
Yeah, I definitely think they are.
Uh,
This is what. Are there two encampments?
I don't.
No, there's
Okay.
only one.
Yeah, I guess Halo's just trying to draw with encampment. It seems.
Wow, they got hit on the estate. Gold and copper would have been safe.
Yeah.
Fortunate. Although it doesn't actually matter because they're just buying city border.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I feel like Halo's got quite a few too many treasures at the moment.
Um, yeah, I think it was a reasonable choice to reveal estate. They can't see their opponent's hand. They didn't know. The estates are pretty rare. hsypsx already killed one of them.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate. Yeah, this looks pretty over.
Yeah, I think just forge all coppers in the estates into a workers' village.
Um, considering that we get rid of the talisman, I think we keep the talisman around for picking up some workers' villages.
Yeah, because I mean here gladiators basically just money now, so I don't think the estate really matters to keep.
Yeah, I was thinking talisman and estate in the Grand Market.
Hmm. Yeah, that could be good too.
And obviously get rid of the coppers as well.
Yeah. But yeah, hsypsx is at a point where grand markets are just going to be very easy to get now. So
Yep.
just going to spiral out of control.
Fly off the board. Sounds like a pretty elite play, Sean. I don't know if we're capable of doing stuff that powerful. You can windfall after, it's true.
Interesting. Another talisman.
Oh, there's another dog barking in my building.
Uh oh.
I'm gonna try to calm my dogs down, but you may hear some barking.
Here I kind of want to just take the rest of the workers' villages in a grand market.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because Halo just will not have enough pile pressure, and hsypsx can probably pile out with that amount of buys. Yeah, their revealing estate would have gotten that extra coin. Because hsypsx has gotten rid of their estates. So there is no way at all for them to block with it. But yeah, this is looking pretty close to over.
I agree.
So for Gladiator, name Forge here, I guess would be probably most sure. Or Talisman, yeah, because you know they don't have, no chance they have that.
I guess we got some nice gameplay going on here. Is this a win? Is there something I'm not seeing here, or did they just get a lot of stuff?
It's probably a win. Because you've got workers' villages, farmers' markets. Yeah.
All right.
And to dominate too. Nice.
Gotta finish with the dominate.
Absolutely.
Okay, so great play by hsypsx. I really enjoyed watching that. I think their play was just very clean all around. Andy, of course, master of the gamble game, did great. Yeah, fun match.
Yeah.
Thanks for commentating with me.
Thank you. All right.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you have a good night and good weekend.
All right. Thanks for watching.